This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
What's the dating scene like in these places? Like, what is the what are the vibes, more or less?
Yeah, it gets very interesting. Because this is why it gets interesting. Because
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
And to go back to what Lo said, what is a pianist groovy like?
It's just like any other.
They throwing the panties on stage, all that.
It can get to that,
Your fourth chord, I was so wet.
There is an element to that. There is an element of that. And I think I've learned it goes for anybody who's good at something, whether it could be music, sports, whatever the case
NASCAR.
may be. Yeah, if you whatever it is that you do, you put some respect on some sort of area, and women will notice. Man, it's crazy too. Like, some of them are really good at this too. Like, they can pick out $1 million man or whatever they're looking for. They can pick it out, or a man who's. They may not be looking just for like money. They may be looking for something else, like a good nurturer. Like, I found that they're good sometimes, and then maybe not so often. But that's a whole nother, whole nother subject.
Looking at your hands like, it's knuckle structure. That's a pianist.
You know what I'm saying? I felt real talk. Since you brought up the subject, I felt at certain times like, before I even came into this scenario with this particular woman, I felt like she already had she had what she had in mind. She already had that worked out way before I was into the picture.
She lined you up.
And I just right. I learned a lot about how women size you up because I was often in these scenarios where I'm performing for the public, and then I would be interacting with everybody after having entertained all these people. Now I'm interacting with you in a conversational setting after having entertained you. So there's a different when it comes to the opposite sex. When it comes to dealing with women, once they have been viewing you through as a spectacle, I find that the interactions are different. Whereas,
ooh, that's for some after hours. That's some after hours game there, boy.
This is crazy. This is my game got leveled up when I realized, because I get treated like a nobody in one scenario, and then another scenario get treated like, whoa, who's this? Oh, we gotta I'm gonna take care of it. But then go in another scenario and be whatever. I could just be a rando. So I would have both experiences. Even if I were treated special in one scenario because a chick really dug what she saw, there'd be another scenario where she didn't see me at a performance. She just kind of saw me in another situation where I was just random to her, and she didn't know that I played anything. So having this double experience is all right, man, I just gotta figure out what I'm about and be cool with me first. So I was let me do some soul searching, you know what I mean? And I did a period of that because it was for a period of time while I was figuring it out. Then I was playing sports and I was playing the piano. They're kind of opposite, you have this we have this macho thing in sports, you know what I mean? My dad played football. What do you mean I'm going to piano lessons after practice? What are you talking about? It just doesn't it doesn't necessarily mix culturally early on when you're trying to balance both cultures, because you're playing on sports and y'all are competing and y'all are trying to and then music is more just this. It can be a nurturing sort of thing, or it can be a really it's different, It can be different, but very similar. So, I had those things. Those things were going on, but looking back, the women, they always took notice of the music thing, but I didn't always know how to use it to my benefit. That was the difference. It was okay, you play an instrument, but why should I talk to you just because you play an instrument? What's cool about that? Why is this cool? Oh, well, now I realized that I can play an instrument and I can travel across the country in 1 year and go to half the
cultures.
Country. And then, you telling me I could go to Switzerland just by playing the piano? Oh, great, I'm gonna do that. Oh, I could go to South Africa too. And then it just adds up. The more confident, the more opportunities you see, you start to realize the more that it's it's almost as if we were playing any game. You keep reaching different levels, and I'm learning it never ends. I think that the levels are infinite. I think you just keep doing it. We all just got to keep, because otherwise, if you stop at one point, anything you do, you start. Then that's when everybody's like, "Fuck, where do we go from here? We've been here too long."
Yeah.
You plateau. Everybody experiences this. Everybody. It doesn't matter what it is you're doing.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.